We're going to start out in Surya Namaskar A. This is a traditional way to warm up the body. Inhale, palms reach up and touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, jump back, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Several breaths. Inhale and exhale, in and out of the nose. Inhale, jump forward, hinge. Come to the forward portion of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, palms reach up and touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, palms reach up and touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Several breaths. Bend your knees, gaze forward, hop to the forward portion of your mat. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, palms reach up and touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, palms reach up and touch. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, bend your elbows, step back, jump, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Several breaths here. Let the head hang heavy. Gaze forward, bend your knees, jump to the forward portion of your mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, palms reach up and touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Utkatasana, chair pose, Surya Namaskar B. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bend your knees, jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, rise on up to warrior one. Exhale, Chaturanga. Option to keep your legs lifted to increase difficulty. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Raise, step forward with your left foot. Rise up, warrior one, left side. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Several breaths here. Inhale, gaze forward, hop to the forward portion of your mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Utkatasana, chair pose. Gaze up, palms together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Raise your jump forward into Bakasana B. Hold for a couple of breaths and then come into tripod headstand. Hold for a couple of breaths. Come into Ekapada Kundalini 1. Link it with chin balance. And then transfer to the left side, Ekapada Kundalini 2. Jump back, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Deep breaths. Bend your knees, gaze forward, up to forward portion of your mat. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step out to the left. Bring your hands to your hip for Padottanasana A. Inhale, get some length. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bring your head to the floor. Walk your palms to your heels. For advanced variation, you're going to come to your fingertips and come into an advanced variation of tripod headstand. This variation helps increase the strength in your wrists. Slowly come up and bring your feet together. Point your toes, spread your toes out. Hold for a couple of breaths here. Inhale and exhale, in and out through the nose. Maintain an Ujjayi breath. Slowly come down and hover a little bit. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, bring your hands to hips. Come on up, step to the forward portion of your mat. Inhale, palms reach up and touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Raise your right leg up, come into a low lunge. Inhale, rise on up, just get a slight back bend. Exhale, bring your palms to the floor, walk your friends out, foot out. Come to lizard lunge, advanced variation, you bring your chest to the floor. Do a half bind if you wish, or a full bind if it's available in your practice. Slow down the breath. Inhale, come back to palms. Come to Ardha Hanuman, half splits. Make some adjustments, get a proper alignment, get some length, let your head hang heavy, and gaze down at your shin. Inhale and exhale. If you want more, walk out to full Hanuman, full splits. Feel free to explore here with variations. You can come into a forward fold and grab the wrists. Hold for a couple of breaths, or you could stay in Ardha Hanuman. Inhale, come on up to twist to the right to get a deeper stretch in the psoas muscle on the left side. Hold for a couple of breaths and then come back to center. Inhale, extend your palms, index fingers up to the sky for full Hanuman variation. Hold for a couple of breaths. Inhale, bend your forward knee, step back to downward dog and then three-legged dog. Take some hip circles to release any residual tension. Flip it out into a wild thing. Hold for a couple of breaths. Slow, deep inhales, exhales. Come back to three-legged dog. Inhale your left leg up. Step forward. Lower your back leg down. Untuck the toes. Come on up for a low lunge. Get a slight back bend. Engage your belly to your spine. Exhale, release. Come to lizard lunge. Again, you may come to your chest. You may, if it's available to you, you can do a full bind, which at this point I'm still working on. And just breathe. Inhale, come back up. Walk that foot to center. Inhale, get some length. Ardha Hanuman, forward fold. Be sure you're bringing your left femur bone back into your hip socket. I forgot to mention that on the other side, but do so. And just hang here. Again, if you took full Hanuman, do so on this side. both their forward fold and the twisted variation and the full Hanuman pose. If one side's tighter than the other, that's perfectly normal. One of the goals of yoga is to bring equanimity to the body. And if you're not able to do it, be at peace where you are. Inhale, come on up. Wrap your fingers together except your index and thumbs. Exhale, bend your front leg. Come into three-legged dog. Do some hip circles, release any residual tension in the hips. Flip out into Wild Thing if you did so on the other side. Hold for several reps. And when you're ready, come back to downward facing dog, child's pose. Couple of reps. Take time to notice your breath. If it's fast and shallow, slow down the breaths by taking deep inhales and slow exhales through the nose. Inhale, come to seated position and come into downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. Inhale, jump to seated. Inhale, raise your hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold for Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. Be sure your shoulders are not creeping up your neck. Come into Baddha Konasana, bound navel pose, and forward fold. You may use your towel to grip your feet if your hands are slipping, if you have one. And just breathe. Inhale, come on up. Take time to wipe the sweat off if you have any. We're going to come into half lotus on the right side. Come to a forward fold. This is the prep for a full lotus. Inhale and exhale. Walk your hands out to the right. Get on the left side body. Inhale, walk to center and walk your hands to the left. Inhale to center, inhale, come back up, switch legs. We want to balance each side. Inhale, forward fold. Again, we're going to walk out our palms to the right. It's equanimity that we are looking for here. Inhale and exhale. Come to center and then to the opposite side. Come on up. We're going to do a traditional variation of full lotus here. Traditionally, the right foot comes in first and then the left. Get some space. Bend your knees, come to tripod, press up. We are in tripod headstand with lotus Padmasana variation. We want to play around a little bit. We come into an unsupported variation briefly. And just hold here momentarily. Walk your hands back in. Come on down when you're ready. slowly jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, gaze forward, hop to seated position. We're going to do Uttanasana Konasana. Make sure your toes are pointed to the ceiling and you're engaging your quadriceps. You don't necessarily have to bring your chin to the floor, but as long as you feel some kind of stretch, it's not sharp electrical pain, you are doing it correctly. Couple of breaths here. Inhale, slowly rise up. Exhale, bring your left foot to your right thigh. Take a side bend. It does not matter if your right hand reaches your right foot, your left hand reaches your right foot. Keep your chest open to the side. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, do the other side. Right heel to the left thigh. Toes pointed up, come to the side stretch. Try to keep your chest open to the side, shining to the sky as best as you can. Again, go where your body allows you to. You do not have to grab your toe, as long as you feel the stretch. Inhale, come on up. Vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Several breaths. Inhale, jump forward, seated. I'm just gonna get my towel ready here for some back bends. First being is Urdhva Inhale, come on up. Start on your head. Come on up. Walk your hands in slightly. Gaze is between the hands. Engage your belly. Engage your quadriceps, and then you can stick up one leg up, pointed, or one-legged variation. Be sure to do the left and the right. Sure your toes are slightly pigeon-toed in so they do not rotate out and come down. Take a couple of breaths. It is normal for your breath to accelerate during back bends because it's an energy booster naturally. Inhale for round 2. Inhale. Viparita Dandasana. This is a Urdhva Dhanurasana version in headstand. And then extend your leg up, point the toe. Couple of breaths here. Release that leg. And inhale, bring the other one up for a couple of breaths. Let it go. Walk in. Come back into normal Urdhva Dhanurasana. Tuck your chin and slowly lower yourself down. And sit here momentarily. Final back bend. This is where you could either take a normal Urdhva Dhanurasana or you may do one-handed. Be sure you got your shoulder joint connected to the hip socket to provide balance. And if you feel sharp pains, back off, resume normal Urdhva Dhanurasana. And now slowly come down. Be sure you tuck your chin first. Then take a counter pose here called a twist. You can take any leg variation. This is my favorite variation of a simple twist. You may gaze over your left shoulder if your neck permits it. Take slow inhales and exhales. Inhale, come to center, switch legs and the crossing. And exhale, lower your knees. Traditionally, you're supposed to do the left side first to help aid in digestion, but this time we started on the right side because it felt right for me at this time. Just listen to your body. Take some deep inhales and exhales. Inhale, happy baby. I love doing this after any twist. It's a great counter to that. And just rock side to side to loosen up the lower back sacrum. You may even extend your legs out to get more of a hamstring stretch here. Just rock side to side. That always feels nice. Come into the shoulder stand. Be sure your elbows are coming together, that you're supporting your weight through the back, and that you're bringing your chest to your chin, not your chin to your chest. It is also important that you do not look left or right. Your neck is in a vulnerable position here. Come into plow pose. You may either support your low back, or if you have the flexibility, you can interlace your fingers and extend them all the way down to the mat. And then come into Karnapidasana, knee to ear pose. This provides a deeper variation of Paschimottanasana. Straighten your legs. You may grab your toes and slowly roll down to your mat. And counter for both poses is Matsyasana. Come to the crown of your head. If you have neck issues, you can just come onto your elbows and lean your head back, but don't crunch the back of the neck. Release. This is Supta Pada Augustasana. This is excellent for not only hamstring stretch, but also thigh and low back stretch. We'll hold here for a couple of breaths here. Open out to the right. Be sure you place your left hand on your left thigh to help keep your hips grounded to the mat. Keep your left toe pointed to the ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg. Bring your right ankle to your left wrist. Be sure your shin is parallel to the forward portion of the mat. If you want to take a twist like on the other side, do so. Balance it out. Couple of breaths here. Inhale to center. Exhale, forward fold. Oftentimes we carry a lot of tension in our hips, and a lot of times emotions arise. Just acknowledge them. They're not wrong, not right, just what they are, and let it go. Inhale, come back to a three-legged dog and take some hip rotations here, both directions. And if you took the option to just jump forward. Shavasana, final resting pose. Let everything go. Make yourself comfortable. And just relax. All this work culminates into relaxation. Bring your knees to your chest, roll to your right to keep your heart open to the blood flowing through the heart. And now come back to a comfortable seated position. Be it lotus, comfortable seated pose, cross-legged, or half lotus. Palms at heart center. I want to thank you for showing up for practice today and taking the time to come to your mat. Palms, namaste.